Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome to the Game Changer 5-day challenge to true freedom. Are you ready to truly live your amazing life? Is there anyone out there with me yet? I know it's still bright outside, so it's kind of challenging to stop what you're doing and join me. But I'll wait a few minutes for a few of you to join us so that we can get started. I love what I do. It's an honor to be of service to you as I come this evening or the first day of the challenge. Thank you so much for joining. If you can hear me, let me know it by typing, yes, I can hear you. Say, yes, yes, Donna, I can hear you. I'm ready to truly live my amazing life. I'm ready to be unstuck. And today we're going to start this challenge. I believe that if you're with me and you really own your story and own your power, that you will be, not might be, you will be closer to living your amazing life. So thank you so much for taking time to join in to your amazing life. Yes, Dana, thank you so much for joining in this evening. It's about being unstuck. It's about being free to live your amazing life. God created each and every one of us with a free will. We are energetic, free will human beings with the ability to make decisions for our lives. Yes, thank you so much for joining, Charlotte. Thank you so much for joining. I know that those that will hear this live with me or hear this later in a recording, that this will be an opportunity for you to let go of your old stories. We're going to reset tonight because you and I have the power to choose. And the moment we decide that being stuck is no longer an option for us, that's the moment that we can move forward in our lives. Can I tell you? Think about that area in your life where you're feeling stuck. I'm going to give you a moment. Maybe you have a couple of areas in your life that you're feeling stuck. And I can point to where the sticking point is. I can point you right to it. Think about it. I'm going to give you a minute to think about that area in your life where you're feeling stuck, where you're feeling that you are not making forward progress. I know, you know, and all of those that are hearing know that area. We know that area, whether we're willing to admit it or not. Maybe that area you've been stuck so long in that area that you have become helpless and powerless to do something about it. But tonight, that was before tonight, because tonight is your night. I love this quote. I want to make sure that I'm reading it correctly. I love this quote because if you own this quote, if you make it a part of your life, I know that you will begin to have that mindset that's required to get unstuck. Because I said being stuck is a mindset. The best day of your life is the one in which you decide. You and I decide your life is your own. No apologies or excuses. And I like to add the word blame. You alone are responsible for the quality of it. This is the day your life really begins. Bob Morwad. This is the day that your life really begins. The day that you powerfully own your story. Right where you are. Right in the middle of your pain. Right dab smack in the middle of it. When you say, I own my story powerfully. And I'm going to make a decision to move forward. That's the moment that you get unstuck. As long as you are in indecision, because that's the culprit of the mindset of being stuck. Indecision. As long as you are in indecision, yay or nay, yes or no, the moment you choose, there's no in between. We tend to stay in the what we call on the fence in our lives. And I tell you, that's what's resulting in your being stuck. Because when you don't make a decision, your energy is neither going in either direction. Your energy is stagnant, and your energy and your momentum is seeping out. And as you continue to seep out your energy, which is your power to do something, it diminishes your ability to believe that you can do something. You see how that all ties together? You must make a decision to get unstuck. You have to make a decision. That's the first step to truly having freedom in your life. The power to make a decision. Make a decision for your life. Which direction are you going to go in? What choice are you going to make? The world, we don't see the world, guys, in the way that the world is. We see the world in the way that we are. It's our mindset around the thing that we're looking at. If we see ourselves as powerless to make a difference, if we see ourselves as ineffective, if we see ourselves as a victim of those circumstances, we will not make a decision. Thank you so much for joining. When you see yourself as powerless, if you see yourself, I'm going to repeat that. It's about how you see yourself. It's about the lens in which you see your life and your ability to make a difference in that situation. See, I know for a fact that you're called to greatness because I'm only called to those that are called to do something great on the planet. And it's my opportunity and I'm of service to you when I come and I share with you what you need to do to be unstuck. Because your amazing life is on the other side of that empowered decision. Your amazing life is on the other side of fear, which fuels indecision. We don't decide because we're afraid. I'm telling you, game changers, we can't live that way. Game changers can't live with their lives governed by fear. We have to live our life governed by the power that we know that we have, that we're supported by the God of the universe, that we are here to do something great, and we can, and it's possible. So we have to make a decision in the direction of that true freedom. Are you tracking? Is there a decision that you need to make tonight? Is there a decision that you need to make tonight about who you're going to be, who you're being in the earth, who you're being on the planet? You get to decide. No one else makes that decision for you. When you own your story powerfully, you make that decision. But as long as you're in indecision, you live others' stories for your life. As long as you are in indecision, you give your life over to fear. As long as you are in indecision, you give your life and your energy over to being a victim of your story. When I decided in the middle of my hallway, in the middle of the most difficult time of my life, that I was taking responsibility for my story, I saw my life as a blank slate for the first time. And that's where I want you to be. I want you to reset the fear stories, reset those stories that you've told yourself. Those stories maybe that were passed down by your family, that maybe you weren't good enough, the color of your skin, or maybe you're female, or maybe your mama's story. that told you weren't good enough, that told you that wasn't possible. Maybe it's your culture. Maybe it's the fear that you may be successful. Yeah, that happens too. When you're ready to get unstuck, you make a decision first. You make a decision to move past fear. You make a decision to own your story powerfully. And you have to have a sense of urgency. Because as long as you are complacent around being stuck, you will stay stuck. There's nothing like pain that will move you forward. I can tell you that. Pain propelled me to create that blank slate with urgency. Pain will give you urgency. And another way to get a sense of urgency is a vision for what's on the other side of that indecision. What's on the other side of that fear? What's on the other side is your amazing life. If you get a vision for that amazing life and you can feel it, you can experience it, you can be there. When I say be there before you get there, you will make a decision. And a decision is only a decision when it's backed by a committed action. It's not a decision. Otherwise, it's in a good intention. I'm intending to do it. I have a mind to do it. But until you make a decision, and the only way you know you make a decision again is you have an action that follows. If you don't have an action that is equal to the power of that decision, great decisions, great actions. Little decisions, small actions. Okay? How bad do you want it? I wanted it bad enough that I leaped out of a relationship that didn't serve me. I wanted it bad enough because I wanted to save my life. I was dying in a relationship that I created because of fear. Don't stay in those places that you created because of fear and your own indecision and then your own feeling powerless. You don't have to stay there. You can decide right now, I made that choice and I'm going to make another choice. And I'm getting free today. Maybe it's a career. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a decision about your body. It's a decision about your mental or your spiritual state. Whatever it is, you choose it powerfully. Own your story powerfully. And I tell you, you're moving in the direction of your amazing life. I'm not going to be long. I just wanted to stop by and tell you that you get to choose the power of a decision that you need to make. Being stuck is a decision. Being stuck is a mindset. So make a decision and have a sense of urgency and back that decision with bold, courageous actions, even in the face of fear, because fear will come. And tomorrow we're going to talk about how do you manage that fear? What is it that you do? Because once you're empowered and you own your story powerfully, you're going to change your relationship with fear and you're going to move forward. Are you guys tracking? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for committing to your amazing life. Thank you so much because when you raise your hand, others get to raise their hand. Your hand and your light gives direction and hope and inspiration to the lives of others. Are you ready, guys, to get unstuck? Make a powerful decision tonight, one that you cannot go back from. Create a sense of urgency, either through a vision or let your pain fuel you to move forward. Take bold actions, courageous actions. Game on. Have a good evening. See you tomorrow night.